right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mamas and papas, I am for Lajimi Oluwasegun James Akinshola, and this is Budweiser's Kings of Football show. Yeah, the show that takes you through everything happening in the Premier League, talking about hot topics, great bands, and of course, some underhanded tactics will be employed just to put another fan off their game. Yes, I have two individuals in the studio with me that will be going straight into the action. We'll be talking about a lot of things happening. Of course, we know it's the Manchester Derby this weekend, and we'll be touching on exactly how that will go down. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind each and every one of you that you can also win prizes on the show. That is, of course, courtesy of Budweiser, the king of beers. Now, what happens is we do have a predictive platform where you can win ₦1 million. I'll be telling you more about that later on the show, but keep your luck right here because we are live on Twitter, which is X. We are also going to be available on Spotify, and you can also catch us on YouTube every Monday after the show's been aired over the weekend. Remember, we're live on X Space all night long. We're going to be going live talking to people right there. So if you're listening right now, we're coming to you shortly. But right now, let me introduce my guests on the show. Starting with a very prominent part. Since his return from AFCON, he hasn't missed a weekend. That must say something about how important he is to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, my protagonist, one man that is always looking for how to make me unhappy, but he has always failed. Ladies and gentlemen, Pooja. How you feeling, my brother?
I'm good. Like I said, now back to back,
like Pep, huh?
Yeah, so, trying to win it the fourth time, so just like Pep.
All right, you are definitely here. One man that is now making a return. While I was here before, he never got the liver to show up here, but in my absence, he came, was talking tough, was running his mouth. So now I'm here. Let me just introduce him first. You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, he's my friend, my brother. He's a superstar. I'm sure you've seen him on your TV screens. Most of you have grown to love him. His rise to fame has been right before your eyes. He's always telling people, I'm on my way. Literally, he told us that today when he was coming to the studio. Ladies and gentlemen, I got my brother, superstar, Groovy Mono.
My bro, what you say, man?
You know the vibe.
It's a pleasure to be here live in the studio. Second time being on the space. Shout out to you, Budweiser. It's always lovely to discuss, football. Sure. And I came ready, so just do that one. Just do that one. I came ready.
He came ready, and he's a Man U fan.
Yeah, I don't get.
Those two things don't go together. They never ready. Anyways, let me just remind you real quick. If you could do me a favor, I don't know if you have your phone with you. Could you check on the Premier League table? The top four specifically. I'd like to ask you where Manchester United is on that table.
I don't worry. I don't need to check my phone. I've been
following. No, you promised.
I've been following.
If you were ready, you'd have been ready to check your position on the table. Ladies and gentlemen,
we are sixth. We are sixth on the table.
You're not in the top four.
We're not in the top four.
Okay.
We're sixth. But just like I said back then, I said something. I was like, the season is too early for us to predict. Right?
We have how many games left now?
No, we have. We have about 12 games left, and we're 8 points. No, we're 8 points behind the fourth place team, which is Aston Villa.
Wait. Let me get something clear.
Anything is possible.
Pooja, is this guy dreaming of top four?
It's funny, because because last season they had a factor, and the factor was Rashford.
And that factor is a non-factor.
25 matches, 5 goals, 2 assists for Rashford, and you're claiming, and the guy that all of a sudden started picking form is injured and is out for like 3 weeks. So now, when Groovy said they just started this season, we cannot predict. So when do we predict again? After now that we have 12 games.
But Pooja, if you look back to, let's say, before the loss against Fulham, right? You can say that we picked up some kind of form.
Yeah,
we did pick up some kind of form. We're very good.
But let's be honest. The form you're talking about was not form in terms of style of play. You were just winning games.
Yes, we were winning games, which we needed.
Luton Town 4-3. You're struggling against teams you should beat.
And the factor was Højlund, because he started getting goals. He scored like 5 goals, 5 goals in a row.
Yep.
The only reason why you guys came from that trend of consistency last season was because this guy Rashford was scoring a lot of goals. Now that maybe, Alan got injured and Rashford have to come to party, but he's playing like he's not interested anymore. So there's so many factors against Man United this season that were not there last season.
We need to talk about those that are at the top, like the very highest echelon. I don't think think you know anything about that. So just
I've
listen.
been there.
No.
I've been there 20 times. So I mean,
Been there.
what can you say about yourself?
History FC.
I've been there 20 times.
History
I've
FC.
been there too.
How many times have you
Is
been
that
there?
about how many times now?
History
Yes,
FC.
now.
No.
Experience at the top.
This is not a measuring contest. If it were that, you would have won the title already. But it's not. So please, hello, Liverpool is the most winningest team in England. Not even Manchester United.
One trophy.
So while you're looking up to Liverpool, let's talk about Liverpool. Injuries. Will injuries get in the way of Liverpool's title chances? Now, of course, they're operating with a younger squad for the foreseeable future. There's no Mo Salah, there's no Alexander-Arnold. A lot of even their major players are getting injured as well. Darwin Núñez might be fit for their next game, but who knows? A lot of midfield issues.
Yeah.
Gravenberch got injured with a nasty tackle against Chelsea. And that midfield is looking thinner. No Szoboszlai. The defense is also, I mean, if Van Dijk is the one scoring for them now, it shows you that there's something going on. It's some time to worry for Liverpool because they're still in the run. They just won a title.
Yeah.
They're still in the running for 3 more titles.
Okay, you can say injuries will always set in. And when you talk about injuries, there are injuries to their most experienced players who have done it for them for several years. And when you have these young players coming in, can they go on a stretch? One-off is good. Carabao Cup is for one-off.
Yep.
But when it comes to the stretch of the season, because you are talking about 12 games, that 12 game is heavy. For teams to win it.
They have the hardest time running.
Because last season, Arsenal were like this, and they couldn't keep up.
They couldn't finish it.
With a team with that much experience.
Arsenal literally had just one injury, Saliba, and that was the end.
Well, that was the end. So we are talking about a bulk of game that you need to pick maximum points.
Right.
Because we have Man City, getting
the high scoring Arsenal on your neck.
I think they will always find a way to give injection to these big guys to come in at some point. For Liverpool, in a way, one of it good, but can they sustain that bulk of game with these youngsters? I don't think so.
Speaking from the fact that, I have my sentiments when it comes to those 3 teams, I'd rather prefer Liverpool to win the title. Let me even start with that first.
Okay.
And I think...
So, saying that, would this be their greatest achievement if they do win it?
Yes.
Considering the difficulties that are with it and the fact that their coach is leaving at the end of the season as well. So, it's so much going on at
exactly. Like you said, they have it all to play for. It's almost like a full circle moment for the team. Yep. Just the fact that the coach is going and they have to play. They love the coach. They've always loved the coach, and then they just feel like now they need to give their all to make the season a memorable one, because it will be a memorable one if they're able to clinch all the trophies that they're going for this season. And there's something about this Liverpool team, and it comes down to the coach. There's something about that coach that just makes it seem like whatever players are playing there, it doesn't matter whether it's the Salahs or the Elliots, they will always perform. So there's just something, he has injected his DNA, that winning mentality into them, that they believe they can beat anyone. I mean, we saw earlier in the season when they were winning teams with down to 9 men.
Yep.
So these guys, they have something about them.
It just makes everything for Liverpool very, very tough. If you look at Jurgen Klopp, his final season with the team, he's never really given the kids an opportunity, so to speak. But now injuries have kind of changed his legacy at Liverpool. Yeah. If he leaves and wins the league with these young kids, when he leaves Liverpool, he will live as a legend, because he has not only seen through an era, he has ushered in the next generation, for that particular team. So this is why I say to you, this is probably going to be Liverpool's biggest achievement. Forget the Europa League, forget the FA Cup, forget the Community Shield. If they win a treble, they've done it before. Or these second-hand treble, so to speak, or second-hand quadruple. If there's no Champions League, second-hand. But having said that, I think this would be their best season ever. I think Klopp deserves, if they do it.
If these young guys can actually go 12 games and find a way to not lose, or even lose,
find a way to win
the title.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. Maybe Arsenal will lose points as well. Maybe Man City will lose points. But if this kid, because there's no Salah, there's no Núñez, there's no Jota, there's no Tego.
But are we going to expect we should be expecting some of these players before the season ends.
That's where the problem is coming from. So
by the time they come back, you have lost the momentum. Now it's all rosy because you have favorable fixtures.
Yeah.
Like the last 3 games Liverpool have played, they've not been against real tough opposition.
Yeah.
Chelsea's game may be the toughest they've had, and we saw how they looked. Chelsea could easily have won that game 4-1 at some point in time.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, their lack of... I mean, Jackson, I don't even know if you're a striker, bro. Like, bro, what are you doing? Anyways, in fact, we'll talk about Chelsea now. Let's go to... this push with the kids.
Yeah, bro. Thanks for having me. Greetings to everyone. For me, though it will be tough, but I can't look past Liverpool for anything because
Why?
when the Chiefs are up,
Why can't
because
you
of
look
the
past them?
mentality, because of the mentality of the team over the years. Yeah, so they have proven to kind of perform regardless of the circumstances. They always come to the table. These injuries we are looking at now is not like that. It's not that doom and gloom because Nunes and Szoboszlai will be coming back today. Next week you have Salah coming back as well. Then you have international break the next week, which after that you Jones and Gravenberch and Jota will return. So it's not like it's that doom and gloom as.
I think Jota's situation might be a bit more dicey as well as Gravenberch. But I do agree with you in terms of the international weekend. 2 weeks of no football, pretty much, is very good for, at least, I mean, I know Arsenal is not playing for 2 weeks straight. No Champions League, no Premier League football. I agree with you, Mo Salah will return soon. I do agree with you that if we do get to see Darwin,
Juniors and Szoboszlai.
it will be an encouraging one for them. So in your opinion, they're going to win the title?
Oh, there is every possibility. They have the chance to win it. They have the chance to win it regardless of the injuries because I feel like after this international break, most of the players will be back.
Okay.
Aside Alisson and Thiago.
You're clearly a Liverpool fan. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, bro. Senator, you have your hand up. Please show me some love. Talk to me. Do you think Liverpool can do the job?
Liverpool winning the title is going to be, it's a 50-50 thing right now because I can tell you the truth. Like Henry said, that 2 weeks break, international break, is going to give them a lot of advantage.
Oh, it's going to give every team an advantage, not just Liverpool.
They might grind for today Nottingham Forest, but they will not survive Manchester City. I'm telling you the truth. So I think that's also going to give Arsenal an edge if they are going to go on a winning streak as well. Because right now, using those small boys, those young boys that are playing very, very, very well, but you know, at this point in time when you are at the tail of the title, you know, when City gets to this point, all their eyes are red, like a hungry lion. You understand? So if you're not up to your game at this point, man, it's going to be very, very difficult for them. But I say, because if people talk about Alisson, the keeper they have right now is doing very well, but their front line, Gakpo and this, they're not doing what their Salah and others would do.
So your final take is Liverpool will win the title?
Liverpool, the title is 50-50. The title is very much open. It's very much open for everybody. Arsenal, Manchester City, Liverpool,
who's
anybody can win it.
Sir?
I want Arsenal to win the title because of how
I just
last
wanted
weekend
you to
ended.
land, because I know say they your mind to talk your mind, and I really wanted your mind to come out of your
No,
mind.
my mind now they tell you me normal. I've been the reason Liverpool Arsenal, but
your mind. Tell me your mind again. Tell me what's in
You
your
don't
mind.
know my mind now.
Jimmy
just want
Jimmy just they blush. Jimmy just they blush.
The thing is this, but the thing is this. From my own calculation, you know, if you observe, for the last 3 weeks now, you see all my prediction about the matches. I even told you guys last week that Arsenal is going to win like over 3-0 and all that. If you observe the calculation, all the prediction I've done in the last 3 weeks,
Waiting we go play.
Arsenal is beating Sheffield over 4-0.
My brother, thank you. Before you spoil it, thank you for coming. I appreciate you.
Liverpool fan, not as an Arsenal fan.
Bye, it's okay. Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you.
I'm not an Arsenal
Send it
Liverpool
off
fan.
your mic. Send it off. All right, it's time for us to get to our super sub question. Yes. And that is the point where we give you our question of the week. So if you've been listening, please pay attention. As you know, you stand a chance to win 50,000 naira by answering this question. This question, after it's been read right now, it will be posted on our Jumbotron on the space, and then you can answer the question by tweeting and using the hashtag Kings of Football Show, and as well as the KOF Super Sub. Winners will be chosen at random, so there is no terms for that. All right, here is your question. Groovy, you cannot answer. Pooja, you cannot answer, but you can mislead our audience. After the first 11 games of the 1994-1995 season, which team was top of the Premier League table? A. Newcastle United. B. Nottingham Forest. C. Blackburn Rovers. I say again, please make sure all your entries have the hashtag Budweiser Kings of Football Show and hashtag the KOF Super Sub. Winners will be chosen at random. One person will go home with 50,000 naira cash. No arguments, no conversations. You're just going to take your cash and run with it. Let's talk about the other team that is, of course, doing well. Arsenal. 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 Well, let me put on my shades because it's so bright. Arsenal is so bright right now.
I'm actually happy to see the fact that Arsenal is stepping up, and it's a three horse race right now. We've not had that,
But you don't think they'll have what it takes to win it?
Yeah, thank you so much. Oh, Jimmy,
I know you're so predictable.
Jimmy can
you
read
might as
my
well go
mind.
to our predictor platform.
He can read my mind. I just want you guys to come. I want you guys
Groovy.com.
to come so close. I want you guys to come so close, but yet for the title to just be out of your grasp. I want you guys, even if you're going to lose the title to goal difference, I want you to feel the way I felt in 2011, 2012 when I lost to Man City.
People, please use.
I want you to feel.
Please
that
use
pain.
Use Groovy.
I want you to
as
feel,
your hater button.
I want you to feel that pain.
That's him right there.
So I'm happy. Don't worry. Keep riding on. Keep
hater.
going. Kill Sheffield United. Kill all of them. But don't win that title. That's my own. Pooja, I rest my case.
Kill all of them, but don't win.
I rest my
Meanwhile,
case.
you are here saying even if we beat Man City, I don't think they can win it. You see, bad belly. Stop talking.
You're not
this.
going to get.
Pooja, please, can you put him out of his misery and give him the reality because he's living in fantasy.
No,
he's
we
living
don't
in
agree.
fantasy world.
We both agree they're going to win.
Well, I think Groovy is speaking the reality.
Exactly.
I think Arsenal are on
Wow.
the up.
Have a drink, Jimmy.
I need to
Yeah, you need a drink.
There's okay. You dislike Arsenal. You don't want them to win the title, but right now, based on reality, based on form wise, they are the most informed team in the league. And one good thing,
only Leverkusen is better
You know,
than us.
Jimmy mentioned Groovy mentioned something about the goal difference, and Arsenal, packing those goals
Yeah.
now.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
And it
packing
could
the goals.
actually be the
Very
decider
important.
at the end of the season because I see that the three sides are actually doing well, but one is getting the goals and the wins, and that's Arsenal.
And of all the teams in the running, Arsenal is the only one that just has two competitions to focus on.
Yes, 100%.
Every other team, Manchester City have three competitions. They
You know the funny thing, they are already speaking it in the head of Klopp and the guys that they can win 4 trophies. You are going. You want to do Sandford for you. You have to. So those kind of media rounds can make you
can get in your head.
can get to your head, and you will feel like all the games are important, and you know that the league is more
things are
important
not important at all.
than the league is more important than FA Cup or the Europa
Now
League.
Europa what? What are you talking
So
about?
so for Arsenal, I think it's right time for them to start picking points and getting the goals.
Which leads us to our final wrap up of the week. It's our Joker question. And as a historian, let me ask you this history question.
Yeah, no.
One footballer you wish you could delete from football history. Say, if only this guy did not exist, I would be happier. However, this person affected your team, however it was, this person made you feel, if only this guy no day, I for don't win Champions League. Let me start. Wayne Bridge. If Wayne Bridge did not exist, Arsenal would have gotten to the final of the Champions League to play against Monaco. And we probably would have won that Champions League because that was our invincible season, right? When Bridge came. Well, as we don't know now.
That's Arsenal for
As we
you.
have not yet deleted
Arsenal
Way.
for you, we know.
As we have not yet deleted Way Bridge. There's nothing
we know based on that.
Who's your player that you would delete from history if you had a chance?
This guy. This guy. I think all Man U fans should be able to single out this man. His name is Lionel Messi. I would gladly delete Lionel Messi from football history. Because as a man, yes, because it is.
He made your greatest manager hands shaking.
It is because like
It dealt with them from top.
Oh
to
my
bottom.
God, that guy. Even if as a Man United fan, as a Ronaldo fan, even as a Super Eagles fan, Messi has
tormented everybody.
He has tormented all the sections of my football life. Without Messi, Ronaldo would have 13 Ballon d'Ors. 11-1, and let's not forget, oh my God, the header he scored in the 09 Champions League against tall centre backs. Rio was just looking at this guy.
What is meant to be?
He made a Ronaldo leap and he scored. So that guy, I think they even tore our nets after that. So I have that guy has scarred. Some sort of football pride that I have.
Oh my God.
I just wish we could delete him, but he's a sensation to watch. He has given so much to the game.
I don't think the world of football will.
He has given so much to the game.
It's simple. I see to
But if we
Groovy
can,
is
delete
Messi.
him.
Really?
If you can delete him, Messi.
I saw that love the white side of football in La Liga. Talking about Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Like I said, it tormented everybody.
True. Because
Come down to Super Eagles.
Yep.
We could have gone far. Maybe the first team to get to the semi-final of the World Cup.
Exactly.
But every time they give us
in our group.
they give us Messi.
Argentina.
We're always
See,
playing Argentina.
They give us Messi in under 20. They give us Messi at the Olympics. They give us Messi at the World Cup.
He just they follow us
Every time
World Cup we've been to, Messi's there.
Messi's there. All grades.
All.
Messi. Come to the club side. Messi will always. You see, Messi made the greatest manager of Man United hands to be shaken. It was on tape.
Okay.
And he dealt with their legend, the Ferdinand of this world.
Messi.
So he scored and he removed. He jumped to a point. His boot removed. Like. To show that he wants to kill them.
Kill them on this one. So to be honest, I must say, for every great player, there's a plethora of people that you've broken their hearts.
No,
I do know for a fact that Michael Jordan and everybody that played within Michael Jordan's era, a lot of people went without trophies because Jordan did not allow anyone else win a trophy. Yeah. So I can see where you're coming from in terms of Lionel Messi. When he was on point, if Messi is in the conversation, just know your chances of winning are reduced by half. By half. So having said that, Messi is your player you delete. I still think Wayne Bridge should be deleted, even though John Terry might agree as well. But hey, who's talking about that?
You guys were looking for Champions League, so understandable.
It's okay. I mean,
they're not going to still win the Champions League to say there is that final.
I could also delete Samuel Eto'o and I will win the Champions League. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Groovy Mono for coming on the show. My brother, no matter how much I take jabs at you, I must give you your flowers. Every time I've called you on any platform, any sports show at all, to come and analyze, come and talk sports, you've always shown impeccable dexterity in your understanding of football and the analysis of it. And I must say to you, continue doing what you're doing. Let your passion be your driving force. No matter what anyone says to you, you have what it takes to be the best at what you're doing. And I really, really appreciate the fact that you came on the Kings of Football show and you're preparing to be a king as well.
Hey, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to share the same space with you. To feed off your knowledge. Your knowledge goes beyond sport. It goes into different areas of entertainment. It's a pleasure. For anybody that doesn't know, Jimmie is my big bro. He's my big bro, down to the core of it.
Since we are doing this bromance, please go download his new song. It's called On My Way. Exactly. It has an old EP. Exactly. You know what I mean? Listen to it.
Please go listen to my EP.
Are you dropping a video soon?
I'm dropping a video and everybody's going to be in it.
You understand?
Are you ready to dance?
As you can see, this hard times in Nigeria is not affecting Groovy.
No. I better go. I mean, we they find money for a video. We see they find money for PR. But guys, yes, he pointed out to that. I have an EP that's out. It's called Groovy Way. It's on all platforms.
Yes,
please go stream and engage. Follow me on my social media, Groovy Mono. We're up to a lot. Fashion, acting, business, sports. We're there. It's always a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
The future entertainer. I'm Jimmie the Entertainer, but he's about to take that mantle. You already
know. The king, the king way. And shout out to Pooja as well. I mean the brains. I swear,
you just know too much
of the show.
Pooja, also, I mean, it's a good one to have you on the show.
I go feature you for the next one.
No, he's gonna drop a video of him and Osimhen doing the dance.
I
know
God.
you have that video, and it's not me acting as Osimhen. It's the real Osimhen. Thank you for being on the show, my brother. Any last words, Pooja?
Good to be to be on the show back to back. Good to share this space with Groovy. Now, if Groovy comes to the Budweiser show, now we call him Groovy Anthony. Because that was the conversation, when he posted, that was the conversation.
Even when we're calling, he was giving us step over. Where are you? I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
Give me 5 minutes.
I have to be more prolific than Anthony, man.
You have to be.
You have to be. You have to have the money of Anthony.
Speaking of
I'm gonna come for that.
For those of you that want to win something, for those of you that have won something, just keep it locked right here, because when you're with the king, well, there's always rewards every time. It's been the Kings of Football show. I am Jimmie, he's Groovy, and of course Pooja. Make sure you catch us on YouTube. You can also catch us on Spotify. We'll also be on your TV screens at a select TV station right around the corner. So, in a nutshell, thanks for listening. Peace, love, respect.